मतलब कोडीज पे डाल देते सब कुछ अब।
डाल सकते हैं भाई। हाँ चलो फाइनली ना इस बार चलो कुछ तो गलती पीएसएम की भी होती है। तो सब दूध के धुले नहीं है यहाँ पे। चलो लेट्स डू नॉट
चलो
सब।
कुछ अब डाल सकते हैं भाई। हाँ चलो फाइनली ना चलो
चलो
कुछ तो गलती पीएसएम की भी होती है। Seems like we are live.
we are just gonna share the link.
Yeah, I'll send a link in Discord group, no problem.
No, I sent it. It's okay.
Perfect.
All right. Hello and welcome everyone to the Indian Racing League Division 2 race around Imola, Season 11 Division 2, mind you. 11 seasons of league racing and we still go racing around such beautiful tracks. Sid Chimaya joining me is your, what would you call it? Defending D2 champion, Harsh 1298. I think that's the right number.
Hello,
Hello
Chips.
Harsh,
Yes,
how are
that
you?
is the right number. You got it perfectly right.
Yes,
I am
perfectly
very
good.
good, Chips. How are you doing today?
All good. I'm actually quite happy to see some changeable conditions at Imola. We've seen the same thing happen. We've seen changeable weather since 21 through to 23, right? I think at Imola. 21 it was pretty wet race. 22 it was, I think, transitional race. It started off as a wet race and then became a dry race. And 23, it just never
We
happened.
didn't have a race at all, yeah.
We have Abhishek and we have HVP in the chat. Hello HVP. It's been a while since you've been racing. How have you been? Do let us know your predictions and do let us know how you are. As we have Shrikant, provisionally P1, 23-1. Harsh, do you think the track will improve?
I don't know, Chips. Honestly, the track could also get worse because it's raining very lightly right now. Shrikant sets a
Oh,
time of 123.1. That's not exactly wet or completely wet,
uh,
I would say.
so we have a newcomer today in the form of Shrivats 5. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm saying it right. Who is in the Alpha Tauri and who's put in a time of 125.362. And we have the two McLarens out on track. No, I think we have one McLaren out on track. Why I mention that is because this team looks like the team to beat, McLaren. They
I
are
mean, yeah.
extremely confident in their capabilities. Obviously, they are two of the most experienced drivers. And HVP saying that he's been really good and needs to get back to racing to sort out his console. Please do. We are going to be eagerly awaiting your return. I believe you're a D2 champion as well, so it would be absolutely amazing to have you come back racing with us. As we have Jin, who has his eyes set on the D2 title this season. So Harsh, one race in, it's too early to call it, but who's your pick for D2 title?
D2 title. As you say, it's too early to pick, but right now I would say it's between
Oh,
Jin, Shrikant, and maybe Smith, because Smith is also a D2 champion. And he
he
would be
is.
the first person to win multiple D2 champions if he does able to win the title.
Yeah, actually, that is going to be quite an interesting stat to follow. As who's this? Raman has a slow-moving Ferrari ahead, or has he invalidated? So while we were talking, Viper Speed managed to disqualify himself from the session. Right where Archit is on track right now, around that part of the track. And Harsh, how dare you not mention Malav? He's in the comments complaining about you not mentioning him as a D2 title contender.
I mean, see, right now we are watching qualifying chips, and Malav
Yeah,
being so fast in the race,
yeah,
he doesn't need to qualify at all. He does race
exactly.
in the qualifying.
Exactly, he doesn't need to qualify. I don't think I've seen him qualify in a few seasons now at this point.
Yeah, I mean, as it stands, we should make a different division for drivers such as Malav. D0, I suppose, because
We
he
have
is
D3.
too
We do have
fast.
D3. Yeah, we do have D3. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, we can appeal for the creation of a D3 is what I mean to say. But yeah. And let's have a look who's on track. So people on track are not really setting fast lap times. I think Ace is on a lap, so I think we should get on a lap with somebody. Do let me know if you see somebody on an out lap or who's somebody who's charging up the battery to start another hot flying lap. As we see,
I think Jen's in sector 2 and
Jin's
he
not
is
on a
on a
lap.
hot
Yeah,
lap.
he's using. No, he's not. He's not
Oh
using
no, he's
battery,
not. He's
and he's
not. Yeah, he's also
invalidated.
invalidated.
So I think what Jin is trying to do is he's trying to just get a feel for the track, just how the car feels.
Ramen is on laps. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Ramen? Okay, sure. Would you like to take us through the lap? remainder of the
Yeah,
lap.
sure. So going into sector 2 now, Ramin has got a good exit out of the hairpin, and let's see if he can turn his car in at the right time, because this corner can gain you a lot of time if you can get the turn in right. And he does
Obviously,
seem to hit the apex, but he misses the next apex and but rides the curve on the exit just about right. And yeah, coming to the chicane, so gets a really good exit out of the chicane and a little too eager to go on the throttle, but I feel like he didn't lose much time by doing so. So you might see a competitive time by Ramin also, who set the pole, by the way, in the last wet session in D2.
yep, that is true. But he's coming up to the line, and what's it gonna be? It's gonna be a 124-1, so that puts him in P6, a second behind Shrikant, but
Oh,
who
and
just
look at
improved.
that!
There you go, your former teammate
Shrikant,
Harsh.
yeah, he's
He's
definitely
improved.
taken some motivation from his team. So
Certainly so. And we have Jin on a lap who is charging up his battery for some reason. Not sure what he's trying to do, but he's on 2 lap. He's on tires that are rubbered in at this point. I think he's gonna go for his hot lap attempt on the succeeding lap. So the lap that starts at
given
the
he
end of
has
this
the
lap.
fuel
So
to do so, I
he
think
does, he
yeah,
does.
he has
Or
enough.
is he going for race run? Harsh, do you think this is gonna be a wet race, or do you think it's gonna be a dry race?
I think it's gonna be a dry race because as it seems the cars are struggling to turn in a little at the apexes, so they are running dry setup in my opinion.
And Shooter saying that you've given Shrikant a pep talk. Please confirm, Harsh, as we
Uh,
start Jin's lap.
my pep talk was
Yeah.
just about don't choke like you did last time. But yeah,
Uh,
it seems like it's working for him for now, so let's
yes.
hope he can continue this
And
throughout
I
the
hope
race.
Jin can continue his streak of good luck for his own sake through Tamburello. That's a nice turn in for him. That's a nice line for him. Approaching Villeneuve. This is a tricky corner. Let's be on board with him. That's a good turn in through there. I think that's a little hesitant, understandably so. Entering Toza, the slow left-hander. This is where Montoya and Michael Schumacher had a run in 2003 or 4, I think was it. Now going into this upper section towards Piratella, double left-hander, and he misses his entry and
Oh,
he makes a bit of a
what an
mistake there.
invalid art, so
Yeah,
he
he.
can
I
still
think he
keep
lost
going.
more time than he gained there, Harsh. So I think that's why it was
Yeah.
invalidated. Aqua Minerali is very slow. I think he's given up. No, he is still going for it. Fair enough. He may as well go for it now. Into the Variante Alta. This is the chicane double lock up for Jin. He is either struggling or he's just pushing the limits out of that car.
Oh, and that
Now,
chicane exit was beautiful.
yep, it was. But he has a Williams ahead of him. Hopefully, it doesn't cause him too much trouble as he comes towards Rivatsa 1 and 2. Rivatsa 1 is nicely taken. Let's have a look at Rivatsa 2. Very calm and composed on the throttle. No braking there, mind you. I just noticed that. And coming up to the line, this could be pole, this could be P2, this is P4 for Jin. He
Four.
is 14 thousandths behind Domathor at the moment. So he's still a long way behind Shrikant, who will obviously, I think Shrikant should also be looking to improve a bit on his personal best to secure
And
his pole position. Do we
Jin,
have
I
anybody on
think
the left?
Jin
Yeah.
might be going for another lap as he has not turned off his battery and he is
Does he
pushing it
have enough
seems.
battery though? And there's a Williams ahead. Who's that? Hershey? No, that's not Hershey.
I
That's
think
the
it
other
might be
Williams.
Nishan.
That must be Nishan,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's gonna cause Jin some grief, as you could see right there. No, Jin's
I
charging.
think he's gonna abort his lap. He's
Yeah,
already
Jin's
half a
charging.
second down.
He may as well. He has enough time. He's done all his laps on this one set of tires as Nishan is going completely off the track there. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. Somebody's just gone past the line. I think that's Falcon. That is Falcon who just plonked himself into P7. So a lot of drivers in the 124s, Harsh. A few in the 123s, but only one in the 122s.
Yeah, and as it
And
stands,
also only one driver in the 1 minute
Ra
53s. That's ace.
Rahul is improving majorly on his lap time, so even he might be getting into 122s
Let's
in
have a
this
look.
lap.
So sector 1 is up by almost 5.5 tenths. This could
Yeah,
put him well within where Satvik is right now, the range of where Satvik is right now. Uh, one of the who's the Red Bulls just go off the track there. One of
that's
them as Rahul is up by almost a
beautiful
second.
throttle control by Rahul there.
Yeah, Rahul is known to be a bit
Oh,
feisty in terms of battling, but I'm sure we've all known him for having very good pace. It's just that the pace doesn't usually come last till the end of the race. because his
Yeah,
car doesn't last till the end of the race, more often than not.
Shrikant and Rahul had a bit of an incident last race under safety car, so
Yeah, they
Shrikant
did,
will definitely not be letting Rahul getting in front of him as easily.
but he has just done that because Rahul has made his way ahead of Srikanth right now by
Yeah,
just under 2 tenths.
that
I
will
think
just
that is,
fuel
yeah, one and a half
Shrikant
tenths.
to
Yeah,
put in a better lap, but
it will,
let's
and
see if
that's
he can do so. And
Domathor Sans a front wing there. Smith is still in the pit lane with just 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes left in the session. He's not gone for a lap, and Wicked Vicky saying, "Look out for Ramen," as we are, and he is just coming out on track. So, Harsh, what's your wild card guess for this race, for the qualifying session?
for the wild card, I'll go ahead and give it to the rookie of the race. I think that is Srivastav.
She was,
It's
yeah.
his first race, but he seems to be having great pace. He's he's not very far behind the leaders, and yeah, he's
So where's
gonna
he gonna
set
be?
a lap. I think he will be top five at least.
Top five? That was going to be my prediction as well. I believe he's going to be P5 at the end of the session.
Yeah,
I think he's just a bit hesitant in terms of how to be on track because different leagues have different, what do you call it?
yeah,
Yeah.
rules and
Rules and
yeah,
regulations. Yeah, that's
regulations.
I couldn't remember the term. As Caesar saying that Alpine points are quite evenly matched. Alpine is love. As 3 and 4, we do hope to see that tomorrow with yours truly and Yash Gosalia in
And
the other car. But yeah,
Satvik
anybody
and
unlocked?
Domitor both wanting to get both want to improve their result from the last day. That they had a big incident, I think, in turn one in Spa. So they both want to get some points for their own teams so that they can get ahead
They do.
of the McLarens in the constructors at least.
And Azun saying that Srikanth has a 5 place grid penalty.
Azul,
Alright.
you are, I think, living in the past
Oh,
because you can't anymore.
Harsh, I just have some news. Apparently, Abhishek has just let us know that Shrivats uses no racing line.
And I think that might be a little obvious because he just
Yeah, he
missed
just made
like
a bit
two
of a
apex.
mistake. Yeah, exactly.
Eh,
However, it's very
Yeah, but props
respectable that
with
he's
confidence that he's
exactly,
still going.
exactly. I think he can back out of this lap. He can go for another lap. I don't think he needs to use the battery the way he is doing. But
Yeah,
let's
and I
see.
think he has backed out for now. He's
This is the end of
charging his
quali for
battery.
Falcon, by the way, because he is on 4 lap old tires. He has no battery, and there's no way I think he can improve unless he pulls out a absolute
I think Jen comes out
striker.
on a old set of tires as well, so he is
Mind you,
looking to make those
Smith has
positions
still
in the
not come
race
out on track.
maybe.
Yeah, does Smith have some issues? Let's just check this code once.
And
No,
Smith
I don't think so.
Smith has the same attitude as Malav. Qualifying is not for
I
him.
mean, Malav does come out on track. This time Smith hasn't even come out on track. So I think that's quite a new thing to do. What about Rahul? Can Rahul improve? What can Shrikant do? Can Shrikant displace Rahul? Because Rahul's doing his lap on 3 lap old scrub tires and Shrikant's on fresh inters. But mind you, it's not uh, important that he's invalidated. I think that's the end of quali for Rahul. Unless he can
I'm
get to
not
the line in
sure,
time.
but I think the rain might have gotten a little heavy itself because
I
a
think
lot
it's
of
gotten
drivers are
lighter.
making mistakes.
I think it's gotten
You
lighter.
think so?
Yeah, I think they're just pushing. They're just trying to push the
Yeah,
limits because
that's
this
what
is
Frost
all or
is leaving
nothing.
it.
And
Yeah, you
Abdul,
are
as
right.
I went on board with him, has bugged out and has lagged back onto the circuit. He
Yeah,
took
I think
the
Abdul is having internet connection issues. He
that's
timed out before the lobby started as well.
Satvik
Satvik's out of the
in the
session
pit lane,
in
and
the pit
Abdul
lane.
is wearing a Ferrari helmet in a Mercedes car.
I
That's a
respect that. I
cursed
respect that.
situation right there. But yeah, Smith is not going to do a lap. I think either that's on purpose or if you can just check Discord if he's actually sent out a message.
I'll make sure he's in the lobby first
He
of
is
all.
in the lobby. Maybe you can actually check both things. It would be quite helpful if you did. Let me just have a look at who's on a lap, who isn't. So somebody was telling us to look out for Raman, who's just gone P3. That's a great lap by him. That's the end of quali for him, though. What about Shrikant? It's all down to Shrikant at the moment, or it could also be Jin going through Villeneuve right now. I'm gonna have a look at the timing tower, which I can't because of all the beautiful comments are on our screen. Raman has retired in the pit lane or at the pit entry. I think he's bent it. We will have a look at that later. We'll check it and come back to you. As Ferrari engineers love to say, this is Italian. It's an Italian circuit, obviously. Jin having a little bit of a snap there. Is he on AI? What's happening to him? Why is his input so
No.
laggy?
Yeah. Jen is on AI. Jen is on
Yeah,
AI.
something happened to Jin.
I
Oh, he's
think he
left the
has
session.
disconnected. Yeah, he has
Yeah.
disconnected.
Oh,
So
if we can just send him another invite.
I got it. I got it.
Thank you, thank you. As we'll have a look at Shrikant approaching Variante Alta. What can the Red Bull driver do? Apparently he's gone purple. I can't see. He is up by 500s. That's not enough at the moment. He needs to improve by a 10th, but I think he got a bad exit out of the slow chicane. Approaching, what's this? Not Piratella. This is Revatsa 1 and 2. Shrikant needs to get a good exit out of these corners. ABS lockup. That is not what he needs. He needs a smooth run to the line. I think he gets a bit of a messy run.
Oh, he
And he's
invalidates.
invalidated.
No, so that's
What
not
is
what
it?
Shikant was. And
Yeah.
I would go ahead and say that this is a little bit Caesar's fault because he did Panotti Shikant by saying that he will get more poles than
Yeah.
Vishnu and I combined. So
And
that's
optical to
because
the
of you,
line.
Caesar. Remember that. You caused this for Shikant and I am not
Oh, optical
complaining, by the way.
illusion moves ahead of Satvik. That's a nice lap by them.
As
Domathor
these are
in the Red
head
Bull.
to head.
What can Domathor do? Can Domathor move up a few places as well? Domathor from P7 moves up to
Dominator will go
P3.
P3. So
What a great
look at
lap
the
by the Red Bull
Alpines
driver.
and Red Bulls there. The perfect lineup.
I mean, it's tradition at this point for Alpine to be loved. P5 and P6 and the Red Bulls P2 and P3. I think these two teams were the only two teams in Spa as well who were, sorry, who had both cars in the top 10 in quali. Correct me if I'm
Yeah.
wrong. I think that may have been the case. But
In the first race?
yeah, in the first race, yeah, the previous race.
Not sure. I think the Red Bulls, yeah, both were there in top 10, right?
Exactly, yeah. So I think that's. I think same goes for the Alpines as well. Is Smith in the lobby? Were you able to check?
I have asked him on Discord, but he's not replied yet. Let me DM him.
Actually, I can't check because my phone is charging and I can't see going there. But let me run through the order. So, despite that slip up with the strategy at the end there, and Abdul has left the session. If you can send him an invite, he will pass.
Sure, I'll do
Alright.
that.
So, Rahul on pole with a great lap, 122 492. Shrikant is P2, 1.5 tenths behind him. Domathor's P3, 6 tenths behind. So these two are in a league of their own right now. Raman's P4, Illusions, Optical Illusions P5. Satvik is P6 in the other Alpine. Sid V is P7. Jin is P8, unfortunate for him. Mosquito's P9 and Vintage is P10. Falcon, Shrivats, Nishan, Archit, Ace, Harshi, Abhi, Smith, Abdul and Viper outside the top 10. Viper disqualified himself. Abhi, Smith and Abdul did not set a lap time and we sure hope that they can rejoin the lobby in time, Abdul especially. Because I think he keeps disconnecting and look, Harsh. It's drizzling.
Oh, it is drizzling.
It's drizzling, so this can only mean that we at least gonna have a changeable condition race, if not a wet race.
Yeah, so what do you think? Do any of the drivers start on dry
Enters,
tires or everyone will start on inters?
It's enters.
Yeah?
There's no way this can
No,
be
because
dry.
sometimes this game is so glitchy that it'll only let you start on dry tires even if
Yeah,
it's
that's
raining a
possible.
little
That's
bit.
true. What you're saying is true. So, yeah, and many people in the chat pointing out such kind words for Shrikant and Rahul that they're both gonna go into Tamburello side by side. Yeah, and Caesar saying that this is his maiden pole, Rahul's maiden pole. That's
Oh,
congrats to
congratulations
him.
to Rahul.
Well done, very well done. I think
Let's
he's
see if he
been
can
in G1.
convert
Can he convert it
like
into a
Charles
win?
Leclerc.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can outskill Charles Leclerc, who has done no conversion in 2023. So,
Oh,
yeah.
Wicked Vic is saying that the game is not allowing them to go on to Inters. Harsh, you predicted it right.
Yes, oh no,
So
so
that's gonna be
turn one
interesting.
is gonna be
It
interesting
is,
for
it is.
sure.
I hope I get all the perfect camera angles for this race start. As Harsh, your predictions, and I think should I do the race start or would you like to do the race start?
No, please go ahead, Church, you can do it.
Okay. The timer is ticking down. What's your top three?
My top three for now would be I have to give it to Jen, Shrikant, and let me think, Domitor.
All
Okay.
right, and
Chin
the
Chicken
fifth light is
Powder.
on. We will figure out what happens in 32 laps time. Lights out, away we go. It's a nice start for Rahul. They're getting so much wheel spin, these two, and they are going to go side by side into Tamburello. That is going to be too close to call. Raman's going to get the best view of all this. Into turn one they go, and they're still side by side. There's
Oh,
contact between the pair of them, and I think everybody's
look
got
at
through unscathed, or
that.
have they? No,
Ramen
there's
has
contact.
crawled his way into P3.
Raman, I think, yeah, Raman got a good start there, and he's
Oh,
getting
and
his
he's
way past
making a move
Rahul.
on Rahul.
And
Oh,
Rahul,
look at that. They're
oh,
going
Rahul,
side by side, but Ramen will make that move, it seems.
I think, yeah, that's. Let's have a look at the tire situation. So, all right, some people elected to start on the hard tires in these conditions. That is quite remarkable. Optical illusion is not
No, and
holding
I
back
think it
anything. He's going
stopped
for it.
raining. Like, it
It's
almost
still
seems like
raining.
dry
It's still
now.
drizzling. And this is actually going to be pretty hectic, I think. For the we have a safety car for some reason.
Oh, this is a
Oh,
safety car.
Falcon! I see Ferrari spinning. I saw McLaren as well having a bit of an
Yeah,
issue.
and Satvik has lost 12 positions as well, so
Yeah, Satvik is
not
all the way
having
down
the
in
best of the
P19.
starts.
Abdul has no wing. So obviously, I couldn't have all the best camera angles in the house. Abdul is lagging quite a bit. But Harsh, we have, who is it? Ace, Falcon, Viper, and Abdul on hard tires.
Yeah,
Isn't that too bold of a call? I would have understood mediums, but hards. That's Shrikant boxing. Raman staying out. Rahul also boxing.
Shrikant
This time
boxing.
round, Rahul won't run into the back of his rival.
What do you think, Chips? Will he go for mediums or will he go for enters? And he has
I
gone
think
for
Shrikant is
enters.
going to go for enters, yeah.
All the drivers are going for enters as it seems. And
Um,
Ramin said vintage Hashi, so it's a split between all the drivers. Half have stayed out on dry tires and half have gone for enters.
but
Not
this is
even as a lot of drivers are pitting for dry tires as well.
so Jin boxing onto hard tires. All right, is that a mistake or is that legitimate? Because I'm sure that's not legitimate. I think he just forgot to press the D-pad right one more time. Because there's no reason if the entire field is going on to inters when you to go on to dry tires. Actually, Abdul's done the same thing right now as well. Abdul's onto the mediums.
I
But
personally think that this was a bad choice for them to pit because Imola is almost impossible to overtake on track.
I
And
mean, when
it's
you have
more of
a
a strategy gameplay in Imola than
but
you know,
Harsh,
wheel
what
to
about when
wheel
you
bang
have
out.
what about when you have a favorable compound?
I mean, yeah, obviously chips you can brake later, but almost all the corners around here are so fast that it's hard to outbrake your opponent unless yeah it starts raining heavily. Because in these situations right now, I feel like there's not much of an advantage for the enters guys.
Well,
But
we
we'll
will
get
find
to
that
know
out. Yeah.
that.
We'll find out in a while. As let's have a look at the position changes. So, 12 positions gained apiece for Hershey and Smith. Mind you, they've not boxed. Many others have boxed. And the top 9 have all gained places. And I think the person who's gained the fewest places is Raman, and he's gained 3. Then we have Sid Venkatesh with 5, Vintage with 7, Harshi with 12, Mosquito with 4, Smith with 12 again, Nishan 6, Ace 7, and Abhi 8. So 6, 7, 8. So I think that answers the question. No, that's 7, 8, 9. Never mind. I was trying to make a third grader joke there, but yeah, didn't
Abdul
work
also
out.
petted out for mediums.
Abdul pitted for mediums, yeah. But let's have a look at Jin. I'm actually intrigued to see whether he's gonna box. Somebody is boxing. That's Optical Illusion and Shrivats who are boxing.
Jin does stay out, Chip, so I think it was his own choice.
Jin was, I think that was his own accord, yeah, exactly. Abdul is going to stay out as well. So I think the rain is intensifying, Harsh. Actually, I can't make out for certain. It's actually the same intensity.
I feel like it's getting lighter, Chips. I don't even know what to say.
So for whatever reason, both Alpines have boxed. And they've
Oh,
gone
you're
on to
right, and they have come out for
different strategies.
softs and inters. Oh,
Optical
okay.
Illusion is on the inters and Satvik is on the softs, while Srivat's taking the gamble going onto those hard tires.
Have the Ferrari's engineers taken over the Alpine engineers or what?
We will check it and come back to you. We are checking it. You can ask whatever questions you want till the safety car restart. I will answer them like a true Javi.
Yeah, Charles
But
and Zavi are something.
Yeah, I think Charles has shown time and time again that he is not necessarily satisfied with Xavi, but then again, he, Xavi will come back to him like he always does, always and forever. Safety car might be in this lap, Harsh. It might be a late call because we have run the mandatory one lap behind the safety car. I think that Satwik has caught up to the field, and there you go. It's
Yeah,
a late
Sattva
call.
has caught up and it
So
is
who do you
your
want me to be on
golden.
board with? You take this restart.
You can spectate Sid and I'll get someone in the enter, so I'll get Rahul.
All right. So do you want to do the restart or should I?
You can take the restart as you are with Sid, right?
All
I'll
right.
let you know what's happening behind.
Absolutely. So Dinesh, I think that Shayvat's in the chat saying that something the AI did for him as something's happening in the
Oh, look
background
at
there.
that!
Yeah,
The
that's something.
Ferrari almost stopped on track.
No, I think there's been some contact, Harsh. There's been some contact, and Raman. I'm not sure who's to blame for that, if anyone. But that's a great restart for Raman, who's actually got away very well. Vintage and Sid. This is going to be a battle of the maestros, the old maestros, the experienced drivers. Into turn one, they go Tamburello. Harsh is going to get a great view of this, and Sid just lets him go. Optical illusion with the penalty for ignoring the yellow flag. I think there's been quite a bit of chaos in the background there, but that's a great restart for Vintage. Feisty and quick, and something's happened to Abhi. Abhi's had his spin.
Shrikant and Rahul are going at it wheel to wheel, and Shrikant takes out
Oh,
Rahul. Oh no, Shrikant, what have you done?
oh my
Oh,
word. Rahul, just explain the incident. I couldn't really catch it on time.
they were going wheel to wheel in turn five, I think, and no, not a corner to go wheel to wheel anyway, and they tried it, and I think Shrikant might have turned in a little at in Rahul. So yeah, we'll get to know in the
Oh,
steward's room what happened exactly.
we'll get to know that as well as we see Sid struggling for traction. Harshi also. Oh, Harshi and Smith make contact. That is. Should Harshi have left more space? Was Smith going for a diminishing gap? We'll find that out in the steward's room as well. Actually, if we had any access to the steward's room, it would have been very good. Sid and Vintage, they are very close to one another. Sid is so close. So Raman's pulled away 2.3 seconds in one singular lap. Mind you, this is on a
Fastest lap
damp
by
track.
Raman, which is actually quite close to the qualifying lap. So
It is, yeah. So
yeah, so it
I
might be
think
drying up, Chips.
we could see some changeable conditions in the next few laps. I think that's the gamble these people have taken. Abdul with a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So many drivers picking up penalties. We will go through all of them in a few laps. As what can Smith do against Harshi? Smith is on the more favorable compound right now. Harshi is struggling. A yellow flag for Abhi
Yeah, I
again, is
don't.
it?
Either of the drivers don't seem
Oh,
very
there's a
confident
car
with
going off the
their
track. That's
car right now.
Wipers had a moment. But yeah, I think the dry runners are just trying to hang on right now. Is
Oh,
Shrikant
and
gaining on them?
Smith might go for a move on Hershey right now. As and yeah, Hershey gives
Through
him the space
Piratella.
to make the
Yeah,
point.
Nishan, I think, is also just trying to hang back for now, not trying to make too many choicey
Yeah,
moves here.
true.
As
As,
I
and
think
it's
he's.
almost a better decision for the dry runners to
Oh,
play
Sid
along
is
rather than
sniffing
fight.
that Aramco rear wing almost of the Aston Martin. Wow, that's every
As
season there's a
Azul
new
in the
clip.
chat
Look,
says,
look,
how
look.
is Nupshan fixed? And Azul, it's because Nupshan played the strategy game. We're not sure if it'll play out just yet, but it seems like it's working for them.
Harsh, look at the spray behind all these
Oh,
dry
and
runners.
you're right.
Raman's carried on. Mind you, Raman's carried on. Harshi carries
Vintage
on.
and Sid Pit, Hershey
Smith boxes
carries
as well.
on, Smith boxes.
So
So
these
yeah.
drivers who have taken the gamble to stay out longer, they are.
Jin also stays out on hard tires, so that is probably a very
That's
bad case
brave.
for Smith.
That's very brave
Yeah.
by Jin.
I would
If
have
it is
rather
true.
double stack than stay out on hard.
And what can Shrivats and Satvik do? They are P8 and P9 at the moment. Satvik and Shrivats struggling. Shrikant getting past Harshi up front, and PSI asking me is it going to be wet all the way. I'm not sure. I think it is going to be changeable conditions towards the in the next few laps. Domitov going for the dive on Harshi, who has nothing to defend with his tires are gone, and he was almost
Yeah,
gone
and
for a
it's a
moment as
net
well.
1-2 for Red Bull right now, and
Yeah.
I think they want to maintain that, not fight too
However,
hard.
just have a look. Okay, never mind. Actually, he's gaining metric tons right now. Shrikant, I was just going to say he's not gaining by much, but he is really, really closing up on Raman, who I think will be cursing his decision to go an extra lap. Harshi,
Yeah.
not sure what he is trying to do. Jin has had a moment and he is,
Oh, and Jen is spun
yeah,
completely.
I
So
think he's gonna
yeah.
thank the heavens for ghosting ghosting being enabled there, because that would have been
Yeah.
race over for him.
True. True.
Rahul on the back of
And
Satvik.
that will cause
Oh,
Jen to come out almost
this
last.
is four cars side by side. Rahul gets past two of them. Then he could get past the third one as well.
Oh,
Optical
and look at
illusion.
the what a run he has got through the chicane.
Wow,
He will
that's
pass
a
optical illusion and optical
one
illusion back out.
chicane. Harsh, one
Smart.
chicane. Rahul got past three cars, and he could get past the fourth one by the
And
end of the lap.
wow, the
Oh,
cons on Rahul are real right now because he is not stopping. He is ready to overtake
he's
all of them.
he's looking for vengeance. He wants the revenge for being taken out by Shrikant. As per what you said, as optical illusion. Will he go for a move into Tamburello?
For the
Optical illusion.
first
He
time
does.
in this season. Oh, and look at that.
But he
And
goes
they
deep.
both run wide. They both run wide, but yeah, optical illusions stays on track for now.
Oh, and
And
there's
they
some
have
contact.
wheeled back.
Viper
Yeah.
picks up his third or fourth penalty of the race already. Rahul gets past optical illusion at long last, but that was a great battle into turn one. It was a bit elbows out, however, I do appreciate a
For
bit
the
of a
first
nice
time,
battle here.
and hopefully not the last, both the horses are in the points.
Oh, and people are boxing onto wets, Harsh. Look at the
Oh my
intensity of the
god!
rain. Look at the
The
intensity of the
rain is
rain.
going crazy right now. And
And I
let's see
don't.
with Shrikant if he'll pet or no.
A yellow for a Ferrari. Is that Falcon? That's Falcon from P3. He's
Falcon
had a
spun
spin.
around.
Falcon from
Oh
P3. He's had
no.
a massive moment.
It's
Archit
the Charles
will get past
Leclerc.
him. Yeah, but that's one corner before.
Oh yeah, it's one
Oh, Ace
corner
retires.
before.
Ace has crashed on the main straight. That's a safety car.
Oh, that's a
So,
safety car and that will... Yeah, Shrikant and Domitar both
I think
will
Ace
pet,
crashed
but
out of the pit lane.
Domitar can make a big enough gap as well as Archit is
Domitar
30
can
seconds
back off. Yeah,
behind him.
Domitar should back off, and these drivers should box for wets.
As he is not backing off, and I hope they are petting, but
They are. So I was just gonna say that it's actually was a pretty unfortunate timing for Jin, as he boxed onto Inters just as
yeah,
it became full wets. Noble, I think it's full wets. As yeah,
it is
there you go,
full wet.
Domitar building
All
up a
the
bit of a
drivers
gap.
are coming into the pits.
Archit, slow down,
Yeah,
please.
Archit's in the pit. Falcon
Oh,
doesn't lose much positions there as he's P4 dropping from P3. So best
and
case for him,
this.
the safety car.
So Harsh, for the second race in a row, it is gonna be full wets.
Yeah, and the first race was wets to enters, right?
Yeah, and this time
Yeah.
around it's Inters to wets. Actually, it drives
Drive
to
to
Inters to
enter,
wets.
it is
Yeah.
wet. in the span of 8 laps. This
Oh,
is
Rahul has gone
crazy.
on to another set of intermediates.
Oh no, I think that was a mistake. I
Oh.
don't think he intended to do so. He just forgot to change it, I think.
Yeah, I'm just having a look at the tire situation. Abhi gets a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That's not what you need to do.
Yeah. I
But the
mean,
whole field is boxed, and only one of them has gone onto the wet tires, onto the intermediate tires. My apologies. Is that a gamble? Is that a gamble that's gonna really hurt Rahul in the long run?
I feel so, yeah, because the whole grid is going to be bunched up. Now, if he decides to pit in Imola, it'll probably not be the best choice. As where will you realistically overtake if you do decide to pit now?
But can you brave it out on these inter tires? Can you?
I,
Realistically, I think it's
I
gonna be
am,
difficult.
I think he's struggling in safety cars, so how will it be in the race? We'll
So
see though, Chips. It is going to be really hard for Rahul to keep it on track, especially while Vintage, Sid, and Optical, all three who are fast. I'm not sure how fast they are in the wet, but they are fast and they are eager to make the moves. So it will be a lot of pressure on Rahul.
And as we saw Vintage at the previous restart, he was not holding back anything when he made his dive on Sidvi.
Yeah,
Vintage
right.
is on a mission. He has some fabulous pace around here tonight, and I think he wants to make the most of it. So let's have a look at the penalty situation, Harsh. Okay, it's only Viper and Avi with a 5 second
Yeah,
each.
both with the pit lane, I guess. Pit
Yeah.
lane cut.
So let's have a look at Rahul. Will
And
he
you
brave
think
it out?
either of
Will he
them will
box?
pet the slab?
I think Abhi will. I'm not sure. I've seen some very questionable strategies from Viper, so I'm not entirely sure what he's going to do there. But
Right.
let's see. And I think he is going to brave it
Oh,
out.
Rahul,
Rahul
that's the
is going to
out.
brave it out there. And somebody
He's
asking,
praying to the gods for the rain to go just about now.
Shooter Optical is not on AI. And yeah, he does want the rain to disappear. Rain, go away. Let's have a look. Oh, Abhi's lost his front wing.
Oh, has he? Oh
Yeah,
no.
and he's not been
But
able.
yeah, but he's still not crossed the pit line, so good for him. He can
But
just go to the
how
pits,
did he
get
lose
his
his
five
front
second
wing?
removed as well.
Because if you remember, he was with Viper.
He was P14, yeah, he was
Exactly, he
P14.
was with Viper. So did he run into the back of Viper or something?
I have no
I
idea, but
couldn't even see the yellow flag
good for
indicator.
him.
But
He can
yeah,
get a new wing and a 5 second remove. So
yeah.
yeah, I don't think he'll be crying much about that.
And Caesar with the conspiracy theory stating, I am Rahul to suddenly, quote unquote, miss his breaking point and crash into Shrikant. You can play the X Files theme. You can play that.
Yeah.
There you go. You know which tune I'm
And
trying
it'll
to
probably
hum
be in
there.
this lap, Chips, as it's just Abdul. Oh no, and Abhi is quite far from the back, so might go on for another
No, I
lap.
think it might go on for one more lap. So
Yeah,
this is,
yeah.
will it be beneficial or detrimental for Rahul if the safety car is out for one more
It's
lap?
actually good for Rahul as he can hope for the rain to get lighter in one
It
more
doesn't look like
safety
it's
car
gonna get
lap.
lighter, Harsh. It actually looks like it's gonna stay the way it is.
We can never tell, Chip. That I have learned
Yeah,
the
but
hard way.
you
In
can
one
never
lap
tell.
time, in half a lap time, it can go from full wets to like almost dry. The the game is incredible, as you always say. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I've been known to praise this developer quite a bit.
correct,
Uh,
correct.
and I think as my prediction was, Viper has not boxed. Abhi has. Mind you, Viper does have an intact
And
front wing.
optical in the
Yeah.
chat saying the conditions are horrible. So
Yep.
yeah.
Optical with
Does not help Rahul's case at all. So Rahul probably regretting not
it's
pitting this lap either.
it's a
I think
matter of
Rahul
whether the
should
rain
have
will.
probably pitted.
Exactly, I was just gonna say that. I think he should have pitted. It would have still made him lose less. Look at the spray. Just look at the spray.
Yeah, he does not want to crash again into someone in the safety car. He got away with it the first time. I don't know he'll be able to do that again.
Well, I think the first time around, I think you made it pretty clear when you said, I think, was it Shrikant who took out Rahul or was it an incident? Can you just run us through that as they go through the same corner
The
again?
incident?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it was they both were going wheel to wheel in that corner. Rahul had a better run, but he was on the outside, I think. So no, he was on the inside, I think, and Shrikant kind of squeezed Rahul a little too much there and spun him around. That's what I saw from my POV, and could be a completely different story when we see the POVs. So yeah, I wouldn't go jump to a judge
Exactly.
conclusion just yet.
Yeah, I think that's the best. We're commentators, we're not stewards. I would not be a steward.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not worth it. As Abhi is just going through Toza right now. The rest have just completed Piratella. And Abdul, I think, got a track warning. So let's have a look at the track limit warnings as well before the. Oh, should I actually be here? Let's have a look. So a lot of track limit warnings. So I think
Yeah,
many
so
people
Rahul
might be
has
on
had
the
two.
safety cars in this lap. Safety cars in this lap. And Noble, Harsh, are you a steward?
I am a D2 stewardship. That's why
Oh,
I
what's
didn't
going on
say
here?
much.
What's going on here? What's
Oh,
going on
and
here?
look at that. Shrikant is slowed down massively, it seems. And
Yeah, and look at the intensity, Harsh. This is torrential. This is like the actual situation at Imola. It was actually even worse
we
than this. We
might have
didn't
to
get to
call the
this.
race or midway if it keeps going like this.
But we don't. This is Codemasters after all, and it's gonna be Shrikant's party if he gets a good restart. Can he be onboard with Rahul? That is the driver I wanna be onboard with, but I do wanna follow the leaders as well. It's a Red Bull 1-2. Can it stay that way? Lap 10, about to be lap 11. Shrikant takes the restart out of reverse set 2, gets a
Yeah,
decent bit of
what a
traction.
start for Shrikant. He
Exactly.
almost grabbed Dometer by a second.
And look at the rain. This is torrential. This is gonna be so close.
When
And Harsh is
Archit going
retired.
for it, Archit
Harsh.
going for it on Dometer.
And he's gone. And he's made the
And
move.
yeah,
He's made the move.
Made it
That's a
sick,
great,
yeah.
great move by him there.
And
As
look at Rahul struggling so bad as yeah, Vintage will overtake him. And yeah, he's gonna get overtaken by all the drivers one by one.
you can't see the scenery. It's that bad. The rain is that intense. As you can't even see the car's optical illusion. Having to just make his way and pray and hope that the car's ahead And Sid has made a move,
Ted
and that's
makes the
optical
move on
illusion,
Rahul, yeah.
absolutely teleporting
Rahul
around.
having a terrible race till now.
Yeah,
See
Rahul,
if he
it
can
was not.
turn it around.
And mind you, I just noticed this Harshi crash before he even got to the start finish line. So he may have made contact with somebody. Just look for people missing their front wings. We may see
Yeah,
somebody
I'll look
who's,
at the back.
yeah, somebody is maybe missing their front wing. Is that Abhi
Uh,
again? I hope not, for his sake. Let's have a
Jin,
look.
Jin, I think. Jin is alright. So everyone seems fine.
You can barely make out what's going on here, and Rahul is going to be overtaken by 2 cars, maybe even 3. Abdul with a 3 sec penalty, and
Oh,
oh,
and Rahul goes off track to avoid
I think that
collision
was
there.
side by side with Smith. That was understandable, and Raman,
Ah,
oh!
look at that! Ramen spins him around.
Have a good time, Harsh, in the steward's room. Have a good time. All the my regards to you. And he is
Oh my
repeatedly
god!
hitting the rear
By
wing
the
to the
seat, bro.
wall. He may have rear wing damage as well as a result of his frustration or his bad luck.
Rahul is getting all the bad karma right now, and I'm feeling so
Uh,
bad for him.
yeah, I think there's going to be just one driver boxing who is on the gravel as well right now. So, oh no, it's Abdul boxing as well. We're gonna, but yeah. As there you see the horse of I am Rahul boxing. He slow down on time. He does. Okay. So, oh, Abdul's retired.
Yeah, Novel in the chat saying they are playing ping pong with him. It is true. It is true, Novel. I have seen some terrible things happen to
Oh,
Rahul today. So
so Harshi saying that whoever gave me rear wing damage, yeah, I will
yeah,
be upset with you. I'm not gonna say
yeah.
all that. I want to build a career in
We
broadcasting. I don't want to build a career in swearing. So I will
we also have
be
Caesar in
very
the chat, so
careful.
we
Yeah.
probably want to. Yep.
Yes. So we should have a look at the midfield. Honestly, this is where all the action happens. Look at this. This is like a river. It's like a proper river going on here. And mind you, at this point in time, we have the one rookie is still in the race. We have experienced names like Harshi and Abdul who are not going to take any further part in the race, but we have Shrivat still in the race.
Yeah, he's P14. Where did he start?
And let's have a
Race.
look at that. That's a nice shot for the thumbnail there if somebody wants it. So Shrivats is down 2 places. He started 12th. He is currently 14th. But mind you,
Archit
there
has
is.
gained 12 places, and I
Yeah, we're
don't
not really
think
talking
so
about
if
him.
you know about this, but Archit and Shikant have also had some incidents. Not like, I think Shikant has had an incident with all the drivers on the grid, but Archit specifically, I think Shikant will have some grudge over that, and he will not let him pass that easily if he goes for a move. So it'll be fun to see the race restart whenever it happens.
Yes. I do think so. I think that's going to be quite something to really look out for. And oh, Archit! Did he have to take
What
avoiding action?
happened to Archit?
Because
I
he had to
wouldn't
take
have
avoiding
understood.
action there. Was it because Shrikant broke early, or was it just him having a bit of a lapse in concentration briefly? Because he's not run into Shrikant, but that
Seems
was
to
too
have his
close.
wing completely, so
Yeah,
that's
no,
why.
they didn't make contact. It was just too close, too close for comfort.
Yeah, I see.
You don't want to see that too often. And this is
Shivach in the
pretty.
chart saying AI messed up strategy by boxing for hard ties.
Yeah, we
Oh,
did
I
see him
see.
box for hard tires. I'm not really sure why that happened, but now we know it was not him. It was his AI.
Correct,
So,
correct. The game is just so smart, Shivach. We don't blame you.
yep. Well, let's have a look. So, pretty successful last time out. McLaren team currently in P8, and the race winner from last time out is P15. Should Jin have boxed? He would have lost 1 place if he had boxed for fresh wet tires. Fresh wet tires.
He probably could have, yeah. You're right.
Yeah, he is on slightly scrubbed wet. So the thing is, wet tires have quite a tire life. You don't
Yeah.
usually see that, but however, it's still better to be on fresh tires, I feel, given that you'll have the superior grip.
What do you think, Chips? Will Rahul do that same thing that he did with Enter, pass 3-4 people in a single lap? Do you think he'll be able to do that in wet condition, full wet
Well, he is
condition?
last, and I think those at the back are going to be a bit
But he has a tire advantage over all the other guys.
Yeah, and our Shrikant is going to be very tentative. He's going to be very slow. I think, as you said, there is some grudge between these two. I'll be on cinematic. Would you like to take this restart, Harsh?
Yeah, sure. So I'll stay on board with Archit and you can take someone at the back. So.
I think you can take it away. I have to be on cinematic camera.
Alright, so as Shrikant has gone and yeah, Archit does not get the best of the starts, seems. And yeah, so let's
Look
see.
at it further back
Further
though.
behind,
Falcon on Domitor.
Falcon on Domitor, but there also seems to be a safe distance between them, and Falcon will not go for that move just yet. So yeah, quite a normal restart trip. So I don't think there was much wheel banging or moves going around there.
Mosquito and Nishan got a bit close. But yeah, up front it's still Sidvi and Falcon very close, but Sidvi has made a bit of a mistake going through Villeneuve. Caught a bit of grass on the tires. And who's the Satvik and Deadly Mosquito are very, very close. Deadly Mosquito is struggling to keep traction, I think, or keep his car on the track. What's happened there? I think was it Shivats who just had a bit of a moment there. I think Jin and Shivats are gonna go side by side towards Spiritella. This is gonna be interesting. We've not
Oh,
seen two
look at
cars go side
that.
by side into that part of the track, but
Yeah.
no, Jin backs out of it. Sensibly so. He is thinking about the long term.
Jin
And
has always taken his races really patiently. He doesn't
Jin is
go
a
for
smart
silly
driver.
moves.
Yeah, Jin
Yeah.
is we know that he's a very smart driver. He's very good with setups and he's very good with his race management as well. So I think
True.
one thing that eludes him is luck, unfortunately, sometimes. But yeah, I think that is also about to change for him. Uh, because historically, what's happened doesn't necessarily mean this is going to continue happening here. Nishan and Mosquito. Mosquito gets past Nishan, who will want to come for a switchback at Rivasa 1 and 2. No, nothing doing here. Up
And I
front,
think the
it's
lack of
1.4.
grip is just not allowing
How does
drivers to go
Shrikant
for
pull
that
out
move.
such a big gap
Oh,
every
and
time?
Mosquito has a big moment at the exit of the last corner, and yeah, Nishant has made the move stick, as has Satvik. So
And
let's
Viper,
see. Oh, look at that. It might be a 3 wide moment. No, so Mosquito does back out of that, and Nishant and Satvik are still going at it. And they both
this
leave
is.
each other enough space to make
I think it's
the
close between
corner.
The Alpine and Alfa Romeo. It is very close. But no, I think this time around they are all fine. But I think the two Alpha Tauris are trading places. As it's I think Jin was hit by Viper. Was he? He may have been hit
I
by
didn't
Viper.
see.
I have had personal experience of that as well. Viper's not the best person to go side by side with, as Optical Illusion and Smith gonna go
Oh,
side by side
and
towards Spiritella, and
yeah.
Smith backs out of it because Optical Illusion goes deep, and that's gonna open up the door for Ramen, who
And
gets
yeah,
the move on
Ramin
Optical
does back out
Illusion.
as well, so.
Yeah, so Smith getting the move on Optical losing two places is not the best way to take that corner, and he's really not done himself any favors there.
Oh, and Smith gets such a good run on Vintage that he might just throw it
He won't, he won't,
around
he
the
won't. He
inside,
won't.
but no, he
He'll force
doesn't. So
Vintage into a
yeah.
bad line, and that is gonna give Smith the advantage. Look, exactly, case in point, exactly what's happened. This. Oh, Nishan with
Yeah,
a 5 second
that is
penalty.
putting Vintage again. Oh yeah, 5 second penalty for corner cutting. So
I think they may have
not a lot
tried to
of
go
those
three
seen
wide.
before. So,
I think they
yeah,
tried to go 3 wide there, Harsh. That's the reason why we've seen
yeah.
that. What's happening to Nishan? He's giving up places, positions, and he's now just ahead of Shevats,
And
who
Domitor
is.
and Archet, look at that. Domitor is trying to go for that move, Chips. But he does back out for now, as I think he lacks a little bit of straight line speed. He might be running a higher downforce than Archet.
Possibly. I think, and Rahul is boxing. So
And in all of that, Shrikant has gapped Archet by more
3.4.
than 3 seconds. Yeah,
So Shrikant is very confident. I think that this is
true. And he does
quite
say that he
respectable
thrives the most in wet
on the wet
conditions.
conditions.
Though
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
never seen that before, but it has proven to be true today.
And Smith is going to go for a move on Vintage Player with a nice aggressive move down the inside. And Raman might be looking for a way past the Aston Martin as well. But the Aston Martin has better traction. The Merc has to stay behind. But Smith making moves. The D2 champion before you, Harsh. He is
Yeah,
looking to regain that title. He had it and he wants it again, I think. Smith with a good run through Aqua Minerali, and he's very confident, Smith, right now. Raman's also right there. Raman could also be an important player in this little skirmish here. As
yeah, and absolutely true. Ramin has had a very good consistency throughout
oh,
all the seasons I've seen him race or race
Satvik.
with him.
Yeah, Raman has that skill within him. Satvik with the penalty. He had a pretty poor run out of Variante Alta. This might give a run. This might be a run for Shivats. It is not. Shivats hangs back for now. But Shivats is in P12. He's two
And look at
positions away
that,
from
Ramin
points.
getting a much better exit than Smith, and he will
Domithor
try to.
on Archit. Is he gonna go for the switchback? No, he's not. Vintage with the penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Why
Ramin
did he
on
box?
Smith chips. They both are going wheel to wheel in turn one, and
Safety car.
Ramin will he back out?
Safety car. Safety car.
Oh,
So
why was that?
Harsh, I think the intensity is reduced quite a bit.
Yeah,
That's why
Vintage has
people are
gone for
boxing.
enters.
Yeah, people are boxing, but Vintage has picked up a 5-sec penalty in the process. So
Oh no, that's not good for him. Though he'll come out ahead of a lot of rivals, but that 5 second will hurt him a lot.
it won't, because he will have to box again. It makes sense to box again.
You think he'll have to box again?
He should
Vintage
ideally
will
get his.
go till the end now.
I think he should get his 5-sec out the way. It doesn't make sense to stay on with the 5-sec as Rahul boxes again. So this
I
is
feel
where
like
Rahul
it
really
depends
thrived.
on where he comes out. If he comes out in top 5, I don't think he should box again. But yeah, I think anything
Top
less than
5
top
with a
5.
5-second penalty, Harsh.
But if there's not another safety car chips, there is the possibility to gap the field as they will be fighting hard.
I mean,
Drivers
Harsh, we've
behind,
just seen
and
a penalty
they
for
have
no
not
reason.
pitted, by the way. None of the other drivers have pitted except for.
Yeah, but we've just seen a safety car for no reason, Harsh. So I'm not entirely sure that we're not gonna have any more safety cars.
This is the third safety car, right?
This is the third, right? This is the third safety car, correct?
There's possibility for another safety car.
I think it's another 2 safety cars in total. That's the game's cap. It's capped at 5.
Okay.
So Shrikant will box for intermediates, no doubt about that. What about Archit and Domithor? So people going on to inters, yes, Noble, people are looking to change up their strategies and take some aggressive gambles as Falcon stays out on track on those wet tires. All right. But should box. Oh, please slow down.
Will
Everybody, I
Dominator
hope.
be held up? No, so
Oh.
Dominator was not held up by the double stack, so very good case
Optical
for him.
illusion gets a drive-through
An
penalty
optical
for
illusion with
speeding.
drive through. Oh no, what have you done, Alpines?
And he
Alpines
stayed out.
Always.
And he
And
stayed out.
Nishan has sped in the pit lane, so.
Vintage,
I don't
what will
know
Vintage
what
do?
these
Vintage
drivers
could
are
gain a
doing.
few places, but will he box? Will he stay out? Vintage has
No,
elected
so
to
now
box.
that he's P15, he should box.
Yeah, he wasn't
Good
really
choice,
going to
good
gain
choice.
too many positions in that little exchange there. But
True.
this is curtains for optical illusion, who has picked up a drive through. Oh, sorry, wrong strat. So,
Why did he even do that? Did he cut Delta too much?
no, I think you just sometimes you just forget about Delta. It's happened to me a few times.
Alright.
Yeah, most famously, I think the
I
France
think
season
that
7
happened-
T1 race.
That happened
Yeah.
in Singapore D2 if you were spectating.
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I remember
Six-
that. I
think six
remember
or seven
that.
drivers picked up DT back to
Four,
back.
four, four.
Four?
It was you, your teammate, that Extinct Body, and
Extinct
another
Body.
another
And I think
driver.
the driver enhanced, if I'm not wrong.
Us? Shane Potts. Yeah, Shane Potts.
Shane, right.
Yeah, that was. Yes, and that
a
was
race to
Shooter.
forget for me.
Yeah, Shooter in the chat. He won that race by 31 seconds. I think that's the
31 seconds,
most
yeah, and
dominant
might be the
win.
most dominant race
Yeah.
in IRL history. I don't know what's the start on that, but it has to be
I do think
up
so.
there.
Maybe not RL history, maybe maybe in D2 history.
Yeah.
I think that may have been one of the most dominant wins. But yeah, that was quite an entertaining race. But I think Shrikant could get close to that. If there is no more safety cars, we've seen the sheer pace this Red Bull driver has.
Baz
And
in the chart.
he
I think
could-
Yo Chips and Harsh.
Yo Baz,
What's up,
nice to
Baz?
see you. This is you're finally here. Given that this is, I think, your home track. I'm still not sure why that thing is circulating around Baz and Imola. But yeah, Mosquito in the pit lane from wets onto inters. So Mosquito.
Falcon and Optical, do you think? What do you think? Will they be able to retain their positions in the first lap,
No.
or will they
So
lose positions like Rahul did?
they lose
Better
grip out of Tamburello. They'll have
Yeah.
so much. They'll be so slow. They'll have either too much wheel spin or they're just gonna have the car's gonna bog down with throttle. So
True,
I
true,
think
true.
it's just not gonna be worth it for them to. It's not gonna work out for them. Although anything can happen. Falcon.
And this will give Archit another opportunity to try to go for that move on Shrikant. Though he did not seem to have that pace. But once you get ahead of the driver in Imola, it is kind of easy to defend around here.
Yep, that is true. So I think Shrikant should just look to be patient. However, can he afford to take it a bit easy, take it a bit calm? Because there is a feisty driver behind him in the form of Archit and his teammate as well, Damathor. So what can Shrikant play it safe, or does he have to go aggressive at this point at the restart?
I have never seen him play safe as much. I think he
I
will
don't
be
think we've
aggressive,
ever
at
seen
least
it.
with optical illusion. I think he will be trying to make at least one position at the start. And Falcon is very clean as I've seen him race.
Yep,
So
I know.
I think Shikan won't be worried about crashing into him. I think that is more of Falcon's worry. But yes,
Yeah. Yeah, I know Falcon's been my teammate, my very first teammate in IRL, so I hope yeah. Back in season 7 D1,
and
that's an
this guy has been
incredibly
going into
late
clutch.
call. As optical illusion with a drive through, what can he do? Actually, I'll be on with Shrikant. This is going to be the driver to really look out for as we go towards Tamburello. Falcon is going to be tentative. He's going to weave around. Shrikant's also going to weave around. He is on the best tire right now, Shrikant. He has the best opportunity. He just needs to make the most of it. Restart's
And Falcon
done
has
for
gone.
Falcon. Optical also gets a good restart, but not the best because Shrikant's right there. Into Tamburello we go. Archit is a long way back, so you can have a look at the midfield, Harsh, while I
Oh,
just have a look at the front
yeah.
top of the top end of the pack. Archit comes closer. Tamburello. Thankfully, no
Jin made a
contact
lot of
there.
positions. He jumps
Yep.
up to P10.
Jin has made up of quite a few places as Optical and Mayank, sorry, Falcon are
Oh
gonna go side by
yeah,
side,
Optical and
and
Mayank.
it's Shrikant who's gonna get the better out of this. I think approaching Toza around the outside. I think he's gonna make
Oh,
an
and
attempt here,
look at that Mayank trying to
and
hang it around the inside,
and
and
he's made it. He's
that's
made it.
so. But yeah,
That's
Shekhar
a
will
great move by
overtake it.
Shrikant. And who's this? Sidvi on the grass. Domitor has lost a few places as well. They're going to go 3 wide towards Piratella. And Domitor with a dive there. There's some slight contact. Sidvi also runs into the back of the Red Bull.
Sudden
That is going to be
illusion so
curtains there.
close, going
Yeah.
into sector 3,
Oh,
and
this is too close to
yeah,
call as
oh
the
my god.
Sidvi with a
Yeah.
penalty. So many drivers so close to one another. This is just not possible to call it here. As we see, oh, I think Falcon may have made contact with Archit. Almost losing part of his front wing
And
there.
yeah, oh, look at that, Shikan and
Dumb.
Optical make some contact, but yeah, I
Oh,
think Shikan will
Archit,
make that move
Archit,
now.
Archit.
Archit gets the move done on Shikan, but we know
Can you just
that.
explain what happened there? Because I was just trying to
Yeah,
follow too
so
many cars. Oh, Falcon onto the gravel. Oh,
Shikan and
optic-
Optical were going to the
optical
chicane
illusion's
wheel to
fun.
side
And look
by
at this.
side.
Look at this train behind Falcon. This is gonna be so chaotic into turn 1. I know the
Falcon
top
has
2 are very
pitted,
interesting.
Falcon has pitted.
Smith into
And
P3.
yeah, Archit
Yes.
and Shikan.
Look
one
at
and two
this,
as it
look at this
stands.
battling back. So many cars so close to one another. Turn 1 is gonna be chaotic as anything. But I think they'll all get through without too many issues unless somebody clips onto the side pod, which nobody has done. Great
Yeah,
job, D2. I did not expect that. Honestly,
Yeah,
that's
great
remarkable.
racing from
That's
D2.
great racing. I think Harsh, mind you, I think there was P4 or P3 all the way down to P15. There were 13 cars involved in that, and none of them made serious contact.
Yeah, and actually that's great racing. And it was close racing as well. Drivers were not
Really
backing out,
close
but they
as
were
Jin's
not.
hand is raised.
Jin and Satvik going side by side, and
Satvik loses the place.
Will-
Jin goes deep,
Jin
and
goes off track.
Shrivats,
And wow, what
Oh,
a
Shrivats
smart
and
move
Mosquito.
by Satvik there. As he breaks early and
Yeah.
lets Jin go wide there.
Oh, Jin and Shrivats and Deadly Mosquito and Archit and Shrikant trade places. Oh my word. The D2, calm down, bhai. Kya chal raha hai? This is getting crazy.
And
Shrikant made the
has
move.
made the position again on Archer, and they have gaps met by almost 3 seconds. So
He has. And but will they be able to keep that up? If they keep battling, it's gonna just come back to bite them. However, somebody who does want
but
to
look at Shrikant just getting massive exits compared to Archit, as they have almost made a second gap between each other. And
yeah.
let's see Sid and Smith, as Sid is
Former
I
rivals.
think, using his battery.
Yeah.
Former rivals, season 9 championship contenders, and yeah,
I think you were in that race as well. You were driving that season, right?
I was driving that season almost as reserve driver, but yeah, that was
Yeah.
my first league racing season, Chips.
Yeah, who would have known that you would win the championship one season later?
I know, right?
How quickly fortunes can change. In league racing, Satvik has lost a place to Jin, and he could lose one to Shrivats as well, who is right on his tail, but Deadly Mosquito and Shivats have had a few run-ins, I think, at this point. And around the outside at Toza, I don't think Deadly Mosquito is the right place to go about it. Ace has left the session, but he's retired. Oh, never mind. Sorry for that. Jin is pulled away. What about Deadly Mosquito? Oh, he goes very deep. That's going to open up the door for Rahul. So Rahul might be back in the picture.
Oh, and
Harsh,
Ramin might go for a move on side. And let me see Rahul. So yeah, he is quite close to Shivats there. So let's see what
yeah, this midfield
Rahul can
is
do.
intense.
Yeah,
I'm loving this midfield battle.
I
This
must
is
say,
yeah.
D2 has presented some great racing today. Like, while it
Rahul.
is close
Yeah.
racing, but it has also been more or less contactless racing.
Yeah, some of it has been pretty serious contact, but from the
Oh,
better
and
part of
Rahul
it,
sends it on the inside on Shivats,
oh, there's
and they
an
have a bit
aggressive
of a
move.
contact.
Yeah, that's
And
quite an aggressive move. I don't think
yeah, and
the Rahul can't really
oh,
be riding move
and
on that.
Deadly makes the move on Rahul. So very good
Yeah,
racing by Deadly there.
yeah, Deadly making an opportunistic move there, but I don't think that's really something that Rahul can write home about. That
Oh,
was
and oh, Deadly squeezes Rahul outside the track, and I
Nishan
think Rahul will
almost
be
had a
really
moment.
upset about that.
Yeah, and Viper speed and Rahul make contact.
Oh,
Viper has had a
oh,
moment.
Viper
Viper spun.
has been spun around.
Yep.
I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, Vipers had a quite a unfortunate spin there, but oh, there's somebody missing a front.
Rahul has been the highlight of the race.
Yeah,
for
Rahul's
some
really
reason.
Rahul's giving us highlights really of what to do, sometimes what not to do. 23 laps in, and he's almost
And
lost
the
the rear end
rivals
there.
are still so
Yeah.
close to each other. Smith and Sid still
Mosquito and Shrivats.
half
So
a
yeah,
less than half a second gap between them.
yeah. I think they're just broken away into. It's like breakaway packs. So
Yeah.
I think it's Smith, Sid, and Raman and Domathor. Further back, then there is Shrivats, the Deadly Mosquito, and then there's Rahul, Nishan, Vintage, and Abhi. So there's like these breakaway packs who are giving us some fantastic action. But mind you, it's just very difficult to follow them all at the
I
same
think
time.
Domitor will be
Yeah.
trying to go for a move soon on Ramin as
He needs to get a
was
good run out of
top
Pirate
three
exit. Yeah,
almost
Shrivats too.
the whole race, but I think he had some few moments drop to P6.
I think this is going to be the move for Domitor. He's using battery. He's also using battery, but he has very little battery to contend with. As Domitor might go for a move into Tamburello. Red Bull versus Mercedes
That's
at Imola. We've seen that before, and this time around, no moves being made. Domitor hangs back for now. Welcome back, PSI. You've just come at a very right time, or maybe at a very wrong time, because the action just seems to have dissipated and not disappeared necessarily, because we have the two Aston Martin's Linus run. So these two very good friends, Abhi and Vintage, and teammates as well. So I think we saw that last season as well. Abhi and Vintage working very well as a pack, and Shrivats, unfortunate for him picking up a penalty. He is still battling away with Deadly Mosquito.
Yeah, true. But yeah, Shivats
Oh,
has
Sidvi,
also
Sidvi,
showed some
Sidvi.
clean race. Sidvi has left the session.
Can you send him an invite real fast?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think he has a decent gap to Jin behind, but that's really not going to help his cause. Yellow flag, Viper speeds, bend it. Will that be a safety car?
Safety
That's a safety car.
Oh, no, that's
We need to send
good
Sid an
for
invite,
Sid,
yeah.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
we
no, I
need to send him an
always
invite
send him an invite,
quick, so hopefully he can rerun before the safety car, before his
yeah,
car
no,
reaches the pit
he'll
lane.
be able to. I'm certain about that.
Do you box? Harsh, do you box
Yeah,
at this
I
point in the
think
race?
no. I don't think so. I don't think so. It's raining quite hard, and enters are the right choice. And if you do box, it's really hard to overtake around. Yeah, as we have seen, Sid and Smith, they were trying so hard. Sid was trying so hard to make the move, and Domino was trying so hard to make the
Nobody's,
move on Ramen.
yeah,
It's
nobody's boxed.
almost impossible for me to
Jin's
make the
boxing.
move unless you have a clear pace advantage.
Jin's boxed. Wait, is that a brave call by him or is that a smart call by him? I think most drivers have boxed. Mosquito stayed out, so I think Shrivats has also boxed. So his teammate brought out the safety car.
I don't know. I don't know if it'll work out well for Jen to box now. As I
Um,
say, there won't be a lot of racing laps now, and it'll be hard to make the moves. He will have a clear grip advantage compared to the other drivers, but where will he be able to use that advantage is something I'm not sure of, because as I've
see, because
said,
he's
Imola,
P11
almost
right
all
now,
the corners are
P12.
fast corners.
He's P12 right now at this moment in time. So it's, I think, a matter of how much progress can he make in, I think, 6 laps. What is it going to be?
Sorry, I missed what we were
I
saying,
think your
Chips.
headphones disconnected. Yeah, so I'm saying that Jin is just it's just going to be a matter of how many positions he can make up throughout
For
the.
him, I think the best case right now is as he'll get what, 5 laps, 5 or 6 laps. I think P7 might be the best case scenario for him right now.
I think he could make
Oh,
his way up to
and
P5.
Sid has a 3 second as well, so he could get up to P6
Exactly. So
potentially.
there's a few penalties as well ahead of him. So Rahul has a penalty. Sid has a penalty.
And let me just see if Jin
Yeah.
has any.
Jin doesn't. He doesn't have a penalty. He may have some warnings. So if you can just
Yeah,
check
no,
that.
that's what I meant.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, warnings. Okay. Okay.
yeah. So
So
Jin has one warning, so yeah, he is more or less tension free and he can push without any worries.
And Noble saying you never know is what I was just gonna say about optical illusions. Unfortunate predicament that he finds himself in. Down in P16, 59, 1 minute behind the next car. But you never know. If you manage to catch up to the field and you manage to stay out of trouble, you can. I think Optical still has a shot at points, possibly, if he
And
plays his cards
Chips, is
right.
there a way to know if Sid has joined? Because
It's a matter
his
of
car is
no,
showing ghosted
no,
to
no. He's
me.
not joined. He's not joined yet because we
He's
haven't got the
not joined.
notification, right?
Wait, so
So
I'll send him another invite. Can you also send him an invite because I've
sure,
already sent him one.
sure. I'll do that. Sid is not online.
Oh, he might have had a power cut.
Yeah, that's the most likely scenario. I think that he's had an unfortunate power cut. But yeah,
Yeah, he's saying unable to join. He's in the chart.
yeah. Sid, we
Said try
try.
restarting your
Yeah,
game because you don't have a lot of time. It's gonna be called any time now. So.
I don't think he can restart the game because he doesn't have electricity. Possibly.
Oh,
I
seriously.
think that's the case. I think I'm just. This is all speculation, but
Yeah.
it's very unfortunate. Who Sid was looking so promising. Will he be able
Yeah,
to
really, really
rejoin?
sad for him. As he
I
was
hope he
looking
can.
feisty with his moves, or at
Thing
least
is,
his
Harsh,
attempts at moves. Yeah.
he I think is kind of being not allowing to rejoin. What? Why is not allowing you to rejoin the session?
Oh my God. I don't know,
Thing
man.
is, optical
Oh,
illusion
he's.
being so far back is actually going to give Sid some time to
Do you
attempt to
think so?
rejoin.
I mean, this game,
One
as
more
we
lap.
know,
It's
it
going to be
might
one more
just
lap.
call it right now.
I think it's just going to be one more lap for
And Optical
Sid.
Illusion is catching up to the pack quite slowly, as he has been a minute behind the pack for almost a whole lap now.
I mean, he had to serve a drive-through, right, Harsh? So he was already a minute
Okay.
behind, and now he is just
Then he
having
served the
to do
drive-through.
damage limitation. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
he
see.
was the only driver who picked up a penalty. So Sedvi has restarted his PlayStation. So let's send him an invite real fast, both of us.
I will send him another invite.
Yep, I'll do the same as well. So while we're just waiting for the safety car to guide the drivers around at a very leisurely pace, we will be inviting Sid Venkatesh back to the lobby. Yeah, there you go, Sid Venkatesh. Sid, please join in. I've sent in an invite. I think Harsh has also done so.
Yep.
So, yep. Harsh, you've raced many of these people. I don't think there were too many wet races in D2 last season, were there?
There was not a single wet race. We have had 3 or 4 qualifying sessions, but we did not have a single wet race last season.
Yeah, because we had one
Uh,
wet race in
we had
D1.
one in Kota, I think. No, I think Kota was the only
Yeah,
wet race where
the
shooter
shooter
had
incident.
a
Yeah,
little incident.
yeah, the shooter.
Yeah, very little incident, nothing to talk about.
Yeah, nothing to mention. Very insignificant. There was no commentator who was surprised as a result of that. But yeah,
Oh yeah.
there was the one wet race. You did race a few people that day. Some of these people.
Oh yeah,
How
for
would
sure.
you rate their capabilities to fire up the tires immediately and get a move
Is
on?
there anyone you're asking in particular?
Not
Because
specifically. I'm just asking in general. So, I believe we saw
I've
Shrikant's
seen Jin has always made positions, even though he falls back the order. I've seen him make positions like crazy. So I
Yep.
think Jin will, and even Satvik has shown some great pace. So maybe not very clean with his awareness, but he has great pace. So let's see what he can do here.
Let's see. Let's find out. Sidvi unfortunately has not been able to rejoin before the safety car restart. Sidvi, just try to rejoin. It's still opportunities available for you. Smith is going to be an interesting choice. I think Smith is a very good candidate for the race win. Shrikant needs to get a good restart for the 4th time in a row. Can he do so? It's going to be close. I think Archit's not going to give him as easy of a run as he did last time. Shrikant with a bit of a rear slide, but he gets a good restart. That's some... How does he get such supreme grip out of the last corner? That's remarkable by Shrikant. As Mosquito and Sidvi... Yeah, okay, never mind. There you go. Sidvi losing places obviously on AI. But look at this. It's too close to call here. In the midfield, Mosquito losing a place to Rahul, who makes a dive. And he makes contact. And he had a moment.
Someone spun around.
That's
Who was
Rahul.
it? Rahul. Oh my god, Rahul
You
for the
almost
10th
know.
time in the race.
10th time. Yeah. Oh man, Rahul.
my God, Rahul.
Why does this? Oh, Satvik's had a moment, and Vintage or who's that? That's an Aston Martin or Vintage. Satvik and Vintage have, I think, Vintage collected Satvik there. Satvik may have not realized that there was an Aston Martin on his inside. And who's this? So yeah, there you go. As I said, optical illusion. If he plays his cards right.
Just praising the D2 grade, and they have shown us their true.
Yeah, it's true colors. Never mind. सबका रंग कभी ना कभी तो बाहर आ ही जाता है. Oh, Satvik's out.
Yeah,
He's retired on the track or?
So, yeah,
Smith and Raman and no, sorry, Smith and Archit, and this is gonna open up the door for Raman to make
Raman
a
has
move.
made the move. Oh,
And
what a
who's that for the
move
back?
by
Domithor
Raman.
could also
And
get a great
Archit,
move here.
And who's that? Is that Archit? Yeah, that is Archit. Raman will make the move on Archit. And yeah, he can't do anything
Smith
about that.
makes contact with Archit's rear end, I think there. And Smith may have some
Domithor has
slight...
gotten so close to Smith's rear end now. So.
I was just gonna say that Domithor might be the one to benefit from all this, but yeah, Deadly Mosquito. What can he do? He got I think a freak podium. I think last time out, Mosquito. Or no, actually he had very good pace. What am I saying? He actually had really good pace. And what's happening to Raman? I think he was forced into going a bit deep there by Archit. And look at this. Every single restart. This exact thing has happened. Archit has had a massive moment and he's caused Smith to break his end plate. I think Smith may have collected the pass. So yeah, that is
heartbreak.
Wild moment for
made the
Archit.
move on Smith now.
Yeah,
no, but Smith is still trying to defend that position.
Smith has to. There's no way there's going to be another safety car right now. So he has to do the best he can.
Right.
So a wild moment for Archit, and it's caused Smith quite a bit of grief. He has no left hand plate, I think it is. Yeah, so
props
I think that's
to
going
Smith for still keeping on track in the corners.
Yeah, I think what he needs to do, Smith, is just calm down and take the corners at a slightly slower rate, because that is. I think he may just be able to hang on to P4, maybe even P5, maybe even P4. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Nowhere in the race would I have predicted that Rahman would be P2, let alone on the podium. So,
and let's see.
What a race this has been.
Archit has gained 11 places, Smith has gained 14. However, they are both now in a bit of a predicament. They are at a bit of a disadvantage. And I was just going to say this as they made contact.
Jin has already climbed up to P7 by the way, chaps.
I think if Jin and Smith come close to one another on track, Smith will let Jin go.
Smith will definitely let Jin go.
Yeah, Jin makes the move on Deadly Mosquito. So I think that's what he's trying to do. That's what Jin is trying to do. He's trying to get close to his teammate. As he knows, I'm sure they're both in the same body shot.
Honestly, that's a great team game by McLaren there to keep the Red Bull behind. And look at that. Jin is making that move on Domithor.
He's forcing Domithor into a mistake.
He will do that.
Fantastic racing! Fantastic racing! And Deadly Mosquito as well, trying to go down the inside. There's massive contact there. I think he did hit the side pod, and Mosquito having to...
I think Domithor backs out. I mean, Deadly backs out of that. As he realizes that it was not his corner to make.
Yeah, and Jin coming close to Smith.
And I don't understand why Smith is not letting him go, as he does let him go now.
You can't just let them go anywhere.
Do you think Jin can possibly be on the podium now?
He can. His tires are half the age of Archit's tires.
Yeah,
he can be on the podium.
True.
And he's just a second. Look, he's already closed up so much, massively to Archit. This could still be a podium for Jin, despite
it is definitely a podium
Mosquito.
for Jin.
Oh.
Because Archit is 4 seconds behind Raman, so that is probably going to be very hard for Jin to cover. But the PC is definitely on the table as we're going to lap 31 with 2 laps of racing left.
An ultimate lap. And Jin is gonna go for the move. Using the battery in his arsenal. Archit also using the battery to defend. But I think Jin might try to use some of his skill that he's acquired through all his years of league racing to try and force Archit into a mistake. But will Archit budge? Will he get out the way in the fashion that Jin wants him to? Yeah, look. Archit is actually forcing Jin really deep into those corners, and I think he's actually giving Jin quite a hard time.
Yeah, that's
will Jin go for a dive? Jin goes for a dive there, and he makes the move. Jin is into P3. And mind you, we're not really.
I think he was P13 or P12.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. So Jin, Archit and Smith have gone from the midfield. They've gained 5, 10 and 13 places respectively. Hats off to all of them. And mind you, we're not talking about this. Smith is still managing to hold off Domitor for the time being. Yeah. Somehow Domitor's not able to get a move on and get past the injured McLaren there. So that's props to Smith.
Domitor has the pace, but he just lacks a little bit of confidence.
Yeah, I think he's just not very confident on the brake, so he's just not very confident about making aggressive moves. Not sure, but in all this,
to make the move now, because if he fails to do so in turn 1, it'll be the same story again.
On to the last lap. Shrikant has driven a fantastic race. However, Harsh, please confirm this. Does Shrikant have a penalty for the I Am Rahul incident from Spa?
No. That was Rahul taking out Shrikant, not the other way around.
Zoom in the chat giving us the usual scare that he does. Like always is what's happened there.
Mosquito. And Smith ran wide. What just happened?
Somebody lost their
the move on Domitor and
somebody lost their
I don't know. Domitor's confidence is just not there today. He is not able to defend or attack much.
And this could be a move incoming for Shrivats on his debut. I think Shrivats lost the end plate. Never mind. I think that's. Falcon going for the dive.
Look at Falcon going for the dive, yeah.
But will Shrivats get better traction? Rahul with a penalty.
All nice. He has better tire, so he can try to outdrive Falcon around here. Oh no, but Falcon pushes him a little. And I think that's hard racing. I'm not sure. We'll have
it is. Yeah. Wow, that is gonna be pretty close to call. Can Mosquito make a move on Smith?
Shivats will be in points even with his.
Let's find out. We still have this last sector to go. Domitor with a penalty. I don't think this is gonna matter.
Domitor both collected a penalty. I think
this won't matter for Shrikant though. Look at Shrikant. He's gonna weave across the line and celebrate his fantastic victory in Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Raman's P2, Jin is P3, Archit's P4. And what's it gonna be? Is it gonna be Mosquito? Is it gonna be Smith? Mosquito with all the battery, but it's not gonna be enough for him. He's gonna finish behind Smith after all. Falcon finishes in P6. As will Shivats finish in the points. He finishes P10. Will he stay there? He will!
Oh, what a drive from Shivats also, considering it was his first league race or his first race in IRL.
Yep, that's
great driving from all the drivers, I have to say it. Like, I'm gutted for Sid because he had great pace today as well, but
of course you have to feel for him.
Whatever it was, you support him at the end.
How did Rahul retire after he crossed the line? How?
I think I can understand Rahul's frustration today. Just not the best race.
Yeah.
A race to forget for him, to say the least.
Yeah, definitely. As Optical Illusion will round off a pretty unfortunate weekend for the Alpine
And who had the fastest lap? Chips at the end?
I think it was... Maybe it was Jin. Actually, I have no idea who has the fastest lap. I think the fastest lap was set at the start of the session, Jin.
True. It could be at the start.
Because the conditions just kept becoming worse.
Yeah.
But all in all, Shrikant with a fabulous win celebrates it, jumping in the air with joy. What a race we've just witnessed, Ash.
Yeah, Raman has the fastest lap by the way, Chips.
Raman? Alright.
Yeah. So
yeah, there you go. Let's have a look at when Raman hit the fastest lap as well. But yeah, Raman takes the fastest lap away. Takes the fastest lap home for Merck. So McLaren Senna 63 will be very happy about that.
Lap 4 Chips on his soft tires.
Lap 4, there you go. Soft tires, exactly. So the best fastest lap was set very early on in the session. So let's run through the order. Would you like to do that?
Yeah, So Shrikant in top, Shrikant with the P1, Great race for him. Ramin P2 with the fastest lap as well. Jin P3, what a drive from him. We saw him multiple times the bottom of the ladder, but he made his way across and climbed up to P3. Archit and Smith P4 and P5 respectively both also gained a lot of positions throughout the race. Falcon P6, Deadly P7, Abhi P8. Domitor P9, I actually don't know how this happened. He was P6 till the last. Oh, he gained the 3 second there last lap. Yeah, and Shrivat's the rookie of the race, P10. Props to him for getting points in his first race. Nishan P11, Vintage P12, Sid P13, Optical P14, Rahul P15, Satvex, Viper, Abdul, Harshi, and Ace DNFs.
Yeah, that's an eventful Imola Grand Prix, Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Pirelli made in Italia, Emilia Romagna Grand
I
Prix.
will
Whatever
just
the full
add
form,
our
yeah.
podium setters to the party. It was
Absolutely.
Med, Jin, and
No, no,
Raman.
no, no, no. Jin,
Sorry,
Jin Raman and
Shrikant.
Shrikant. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
that's the way it goes. And yeah,
Have been added.
they've been added. And we have Shrivats in the chat saying it was a fun race. Could have been a little cleaner. If not for the ice globe, it could have been a few more positions. Yeah, we would love to see you again, Shrivats. You were a very impressive rookie tonight. That was one of the best rookie performances we've seen in a while.
Yeah.
So well done, Shrivats. We hope to see much more of you in the upcoming races. So do join us. We'll be eagerly awaiting your return. Shrikant's here. Hello, Shrikant. Are you here? Okay, are you audible? Sorry. Hello?
Yeah.
You're here?
Loading into the party.
Shrikant's still loading in. So we are waiting on Raman and Jin to join in. Have you added them?
Yeah, I have added all.
So I hope they
Waiting for
join
them.
in.
I think Shrikant has joined the party.
And Jin's here,
Jin
alright.
here.
So congratulations, Shrikant. Very well done.
Thanks,
Congratulations,
Chips.
Shrikant.
Congratulations,
on your win.
Shrikant.
Finally, after
Thanks.
so long.
Pending
go.
towards inquiry, but yeah.
Yep.
We have our top three in the party with us. So we shall start off with Jin.
Yes,
Jin.
hello.
Hello, Jin. Not the most ideal race, I'll say, for you in terms of luck or strategy, especially in the first half. But you really just didn't hold back towards the end. You went all in and you made some great moves and you finished on the podium despite many mishaps. Just take us through your race. Walk us through how it was today in that McLaren.
I don't know why, but I had a very big brain fade moment because unlike last week in Spa where we knew that it was going to be Inter's condition and the time kept on increasing, the race time. In this one, the race time kept on reducing. So I just thought, what if like it actually happened? So I decided to start on medium. In lap 2, when I was going through that left-hander, which then leads to Aqua Minerale, Falcon braked very early for that corner, so I couldn't react in time and I spun him around and that broke my front wing. I'm so sorry for that, Falcon. But after that, I had to pit, then I went on to hards and then I spun again because it wasn't dry conditions at all. Then I went on to inters. I tried my best battling and then from there, I got into a tussle with Satvik who was very, very slow. So I tried a lot of overtaking moves here and there, but he came to a halt in one of the corners. I think Aqua Minerale itself, the right-hander, and then I hit him. I chipped my wing again. Then I was driving. I didn't hope for anything. Then another safety car came out. I pit, and for some reason, everyone behind me decided to follow my lead. I had no idea why. So after that, I had a fresh front wing. I told it on the party chat that I hardly ever drive aggro, but I mean, there's no other choice right now. And I did my best in picking off people left, right, and center. And yeah, towards the end, I just felt like the pace was very good. Unfortunately, too many laps under the safety car, so there wasn't enough laps for me to catch up to the top two at the end. But kudos to the top two. They did a wonderful job in finishing where they did. And yeah, I really hope that I get to keep the podium, pending Stewart's inquiry, of course. I hope you caught a few of the moves on stream as well.
Yeah, we did. People were really praising your move at Villeneuve, I think, was it? The second chicane.
Yes, that would be Villeneuve.
That was a brilliant Brilliant move. And another
I have-
aggressive move at Toza.
Yeah. I have to give plaudits to Domitor for that Vilna move though, because he gave me enough space to do it. It's not like I ever had to run out of track. I was within track limits when that move was over.
Yep.
Tosa one, I literally had no other choice because I knew Archit was very slow, but I couldn't do an overtaking opportunity on him because he had good straight line speed. So it had to be at a place that was slightly unexpected. I saw slight hesitation in him heading up Tosa, and I was like, this is where I'm going to dive the car down. And there also, there was no contact made between us. So, yeah. Pretty, not the most ideal of ways I would have loved this race to pan out, but still a podium pending Stewards inquiry, of course. And yeah, we'll take the podium as we go. P5 for my teammates, so that's another good haul of points for us for the weekend.
Yes. Bit of an unfortunate race for Smith, but I think you were working together very well as a team, so well done to you. Harsh, anything you would like to ask him?
Yeah, so in the last lap, as I think you were chasing down Domitor, so
No,
were you
Raman. I was
communicate?
chasing down Raman.
No, yeah, so when when Smith had Domitor behind him, so were you communicating with Smith to slow down Domitor so you can overtake both of them in a single corner, or it was just as easy
No,
for you because
all
of your
I
tire
did was
advantage?
no, Smith had a broken front wing.
Yeah,
And he
we
communicated
noticed
the
that.
same to me as such. So I was like, since I got past Domitor, my only plan, I only told Smith that, Smith, could you let me by? Because I feel like I have a chance to chase down Archit for the podium. Because I didn't want it to happen where I only had one lap left to do it, because that kind of like, it leads to big mistakes. So I just needed, and my teammate, thank you for finally giving me a good teammate IRL. Yeah, my teammate, he let me by, and then all that was left to do was chase down. And towards the end of the race, I was just trying to see how much I could catch up to Raman by, and well, I did cut in to some time, but it wasn't enough. So that was that.
Fair enough, Jen. And honestly, a very, very great race from because you were P13, I think, at the race restart. I was just telling Chips that I think best case scenario, considering it's Imola, would be P7, but you have shown your pace and you have climbed up to the podium. Great race, Jen. Congratulations.
Just knowing when to attack, that's all.
Yep, yep. Great race, Jen.
Thank you.
Really, really well done, Jim. Congratulations. Now, yes, in the chat with a few interesting comments. I think other drivers can have a look, especially Shrikant and Jin. I shall differ from reading them out on the stream. While we move on to Raman in P2, who finished P2. Hello, Raman.
Yeah, hi.
Hello, Raman. Well
Hi,
done.
can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. I hope the people in the stream can hear you.
Yeah,
So
it
if somebody
should be
can just please confirm. Yeah, as long as your audio sharing is on, it shouldn't be an issue. Is it?
Yeah, I fixed it last time, I think. That's it.
Oh,
Should be fine.
alright. Nothing, no issues there. So, Raman, P2 at the end.
Yeah.
How was it on track today? Because just how was your race? It was a very
I think,
unexpected result, honestly, because
Yeah, I
didn't
think
yeah.
one thing I wish that happened differently was if the race like turned off DRS 5 seconds earlier, I could have pit a lap before.
Yeah.
So that I did lose a lot of positions in that, and no. But after that, like getting stuck behind a lot of people and it's crazy things happening around me, just having the patience to wait for the opportune moment to overtake. And also the moves that I pulled, I have to give equal respect to the people who allowed those moves to happen. Like Domitor was extremely clean. I think Archit as well, Said. So like pretty tough racing all around. I think like at some points visibility was horrible. But yeah, overall I think not much I could have done different after finding myself 10th after that first safety car. But yeah, I think I realized like with 2.5 laps to go, the Srikanth has damage. Maybe another lap could have been interesting. But yeah, I mean, till the time he didn't have damage, I mean, I think he was on another level. So yeah, GG's to him.
Well, that's news to us. We will get to that
Yeah,
in just a
he
moment.
didn't have damage. Yeah, I think I made up like 2 seconds out of 3. But yeah, needed another lap or 2 maybe.
We will ask Shrikant about it in just a moment, but great one, Raman. That just shows. I think you kept out of trouble as well for the most part in this race.
No incidents at all.
that's a
I think
great
one
win.
incident was there when someone, I think I am Rahul and Smith were having a battle, and I am Rahul went like straight at the chicane, and there was an
Yeah.
unsafe rejoin, and there was space between the two cars, and completely, I had the right to go for the move, so some contact was there. So yeah.
Let's see. I think apart from that, if you have a clean sheet, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
You can actually be very proud of that. So great drive, Raman. I think you can be very happy. Harsh, anything you would like to ask him?
No, I think great performance, Raman. Where did you qualify?
P4. That was
Oh,
pretty bad. Quali was pretty bad.
Go to P2 is still pretty good though, and yeah, congratulations on the fastest lap as well. I think you were 2 seconds faster in the whole grid. Your fastest
Yeah,
lap.
because I was the only one who got a soft lap.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Anyways, congratulations, Raman, and we can move on to our race winner, at least on
Yes.
track, Shrikant Das.
Race winner and your former teammate Shrikant Das, who I think is as he said many times, wet weather is his forte, and I think he's proven that today. Shrikant, are you here?
Yeah, Chips, I am here.
So Shrikant, a few things to ask you. Number one is this big news to us. When did you get the damage? Can you just run us through that first? At the end.
I got that damage when Optical and Mayank were ahead of me, and Optical out of the chicane, he had a moment and he chipped my wing. So, and then after that, the next corner, Mayank rear-ended. So I got my wing damage, just like Spa, but this time I didn't quit.
Oh, you had wing damage the whole race?
Only at the end.
No, not
Oh.
whole race. Towards the end.
Okay.
Because we usually saw you like pull away 3, 4, 5 seconds, but at the end we just saw you ahead of Raman by was what I think it was 1.6, 1.7 seconds, something like that. So,
1.2.
there you go. So I think you lost quite a bit of time because of that, but all right. Despite that, you still managed to hang on, Shrikant. That is a great race. Next up is actually 2 questions in one. Just how was your race, and what was happening with Rahul? Because that was something that people in the
I'll
comments are
answer
also
the
really.
Rahul one first.
Okay.
Rahul one, I had a pretty terrible exit. Almost lost my car out of the Tamburello chicane, and then after that, he had a good run on me, and he went down the inside towards the left turn. And as per my POV, I literally gave him a car with. He says that he didn't have the too much area to go on the curve, so I was like, okay, let's see what the stewards decide. Let's see. Harsh, you are a steward now, so yeah.
Yeah, so what are you
Yeah,
expecting?
live stewarding.
What are you trying to imply?
Live stewarding.
Yeah, what are you trying to imply? I'll see and decide
Something,
for
some-
myself.
Okay.
Alright, are you trying to give a wink to former teammate? Alright, you'll not be very
let's see.
clear. Let's see. But yeah, Shrikant, walk us through your race.
Yeah.
Because that has to be one of the best wet weather drives, wet weather performances I've seen in a while by you. You had some stellar pace. You pulled out all the
Power
right
of
strategy
Singapore.
calls. But yeah, you pulled out all the right strategy calls.
First
How was
of
it?
all, congrats to Jen and Raman. Jen, after that horrible strategy, still ending up in P3. That's nice. And Raman, out of nowhere, he's in P2 and he's chasing me. That was horrifying, but
that was
yeah.
our reaction as well, honest
Exactly.
reaction.
I was quite scared, but I hung on to it. But yeah, starting from quali, it was a wet quali, and I was like, yeah, I will set a lap. I did set a lap. In my second or third run, I got a good time. Then I am Rahul beat it, and in my last run, I choked as always. Nothing surprising. But yeah, I started from P2. Then EA being the goated game creator, making a start on slick tires in wets, that was pretty not surprising considering
Not
it's
surprising
EA. So,
actually, we predicted that as well.
yeah, and then I got my start correct, and I had a contact with IM Rahul. Then he gave me space. Then I moved up to the lead. Then safety car came in classic D2. I pitted. Raman didn't. Raman and bunch of few guys didn't pit. I pitted. I was on Intus. So was Domithor. Domithor. He had a horrible race, but yeah, we could have had a double podium, but his luck didn't. Was weird, but yeah, It was a pretty chaotic race strategy-wise because race-wise I didn't have any problems because Archit in under safety car he almost rear-ended me the second hours, but yeah. It was a pretty chaotic race and it was a pretty fun race.
What
as
is
well.
with you and getting rear-ended under safety cars?
I don't know. I
If I had a penny for every time you got rear-ended under safety cars, I would have 2 pennies, which is not a lot. But it's weird that it's
That
happened
happens
twice.
twice. Yeah.
Yeah, then me and Damodar were net 1-2 and we were in 1-2. And Mayank spun and the safety car came out and we double stacked. So it was just a strategy redemption from Spa. What the mess ups I did in Spa, I was compensating here. Yeah, and in the end I got them.
Did what Jin did today.
Yeah. So yeah. That's the race and the optical thing happened and Ramen almost caught me. So it's pending Stuart's inquiry, but still I am happy to see that number 95 Red Bull back on top. Let's go.
Kachao.
Kachao.
Good job. You will make Lightning McQueen very proud if this win stands. I think this is going to be a second win. But yeah. Will this be a second win, Shrikant?
This will
Third.
be a third.
So
Third.
China.
Yeah.
Then?
I had a last time I had a win. Harsh was my teammate and we had 1-2 in the Red Bull only.
Where?
Yeah,
So yeah,
Canada.
it's been a long time.
Canada.
1.5 season.
Yes.
Yeah, season 9.
Oh, China, Canada,
Yeah.
and then now tentative. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's a
Tentative.
great step to have. So we will be on the lookout. We'll have a look at your final result as well. But despite that, I think for now we'll just say very well done, Shrikant. That was some phenomenal pace. Great performance by you. We can be very happy
Thanks,
with that.
chaps.
Well done.
Yeah.
And Harsh, anything you want to
That
ask
has
him?
summed it up pretty well. No, great drive, Shrikant. Despite all the
Thanks, Harsh.
incidents fought in the stream, but you had great
Only
pace.
one,
You
but
were
yeah.
able to grab the field pretty easily, and great job on that, honestly.
Yeah. Thanks. Let's see how this goes. 10 more
Yeah.
races to go.
You and Jin
Let's see.
might have a what do you say, championship fight after
I'm
all.
missing out on 3 races this season, so I highly doubt that's going to happen.
Oh,
Let's see what
that is
happens.
Unfortunate. But yeah, let's hope the McLarens and Red Bulls can keep at it.
Anyways, P4 is the new P1 as Smith said in the championship. So
P3.
नहीं P3 wicket got sent to D1 na.
Yeah. P4 is the new P1.
Because he came to D1, but his internet didn't. Unfortunately, as we saw that. However, I think we'll call it here. D1 will be tomorrow, so do stay tuned. I think last time D1 was quite an interesting affair, so yeah, let's see if D1 continues to provide us
Please,
with
Chips, no more
entertainment.
rain from next week. Please, not at Monaco at least. I beg not at Monaco.
As I have said, I don't control the rain, I don't control the weather. But let's see. Anything's possible. Am I the new Redstone in terms of weather? Maybe.
Who knows?
I do.
But until next time, yes, PSI, AIL. I hope that does happen tomorrow. But for now, thank you. Congratulations to Shrikant, Raman, and Jin. Great performances by all of you, and actually all the drivers who managed to get to the end. And actually, a bit of a shout out to Shrivats as well, scoring points on debut. 1 point, but that's a good performance by him. Well done.
Yep, made a shout out to him.
Well done to all the drivers who got to the end. Thank you so much, Harsh. That was
Yeah,
very much
it was
appreciated.
great having you in the comms box.
Yes,
Hopefully
great
see you
having you.
next time.
Absolutely.
And let's have a clean race tomorrow.
Yes, hope so. Yeah, fingers crossed. Always. Fingers crossed. So, do stay tuned for D1 tomorrow. Should be an interesting event. Let's just put it like that. And yeah, I think that's all for now. So this is us signing off. Thank you. Take care. Good night and bye bye.